Okay, happy 4X Fest, everyone! Yes, August 11th is always one of my favorite days of the year, but twice as much this year because, yay, we have 4X Fest today! Partly a celebration, partly because we wanted to. There's an updated version of Emperor of the Fading Suns for you to enjoy. So if you haven't downloaded the update yet, go for it. Let's play along. If you haven't played it at all, watch and we'll talk about the game. Yes, indeed, I am wearing the St. Mantius shirt. We had a conversation in Discord about how a noble with a flux sword of Lasser, the power armor, the power shield, could be tearing through legions of armored units. And St. Mantius is obviously the best example of that. Beyond an elite noble. Not that he's in the game, he's well before the game actually begins. But in tribute to him, Invictus Mantius, we are going to be playing a Dark Ages game today and talking about the new update. Lots of quality of life improvements y'all have been asking for. I will be monitoring chat to my left. So yeah, if you see me looking that way, I'm looking for your chat. We are both in Steam and in YouTube. So yeah, please feel free to comment in there. Good to see you in YouTube and in Steam watching this right now. We are playing this game today in tribute to David Sweet, one of the original artists of the game, who unfortunately has passed away from cancer. He did great work, the dreadnoughts, the gunships, all kinds of incredible things. So miss him. He was a wonderful human being as well as a very talented artist. So thinking of him whenever we use those dreadnoughts to bombard. Okay, so if you are a Fading Suns player, you may not know the Dark Ages map. Oh yeah, the new message screen. Look at this. Look at this. This new message screen. All right. So we've been playing this game already. We're a little bit into it. And Celestra Lihalan, Prince Celestra Lihalan, has accepted our terms. Will make me the fleet commander. And I'm going to vote for him for the next election. Now, they'll make me fleet commander if they win the election. That's an important part of diplomacy, making sure that Celestra wins that election now. She'll be my puppet. Well, she'll get a lot of power. So you see the message screen here, and we can click on individual messages and go to that message. Clearly, we're pretty happy with what we have there already. So yeah, this is one of the updates y'all wanted, and I'm here. Wow. It was a lot of fun watching Space Game Junkie play this morning and really praising this update and the message screen and more. That was a lot of fun. Of course, he was also going crazy about the music. I've turned the music down. I hope you can still hear it. He was calling it one of the 2 best game soundtracks ever. So, yeah, we enjoyed that praise. All right, so we're going to start a whole new turn so we can show you more of these updates and cool things and neatnesses. So, yes, we'll end our turn now. AD 4963. Yay, Infantry Legion. You know what we're building now. A bunch of Infantry Legions. That is right. Got lots of things to research. Oh, Special Forces would be nice. I would go along with this game. This would be a quick game. Yeah, you can see the map here. It's a much smaller space map. That's because it's a Dark Ages map. So, we might very well want to get some Special Forces going because they are very capable units. Do all kinds of cool things. Of course, electron microscopes open ceram, steel, and nanotechnology, and that's pretty key. So I think we're going to start with electron microscope. Yep, let's go electron microscope. Research tech. Yep, so excellent research screen, Lee Halan. We've received a diplomatic request from Lee Halan, so they're our buddies right now. We might be making an alliance with them pretty soon. So she wants our hospital's technology, and she's willing to give us 1440 Firebirds. I might not normally do that deal, but we are trying to make Celestra like us more and more, so hospitals they get. We can see what we're building. We built a couple of militia units, so let's go ahead and one on Sutek and one on Aragon. We are playing with Universal Warehouse off. Usually resources from any planet can be used anywhere. So if you look here on Aragon, you'll see I've got all these units, lots of food, got some metal, etc. But you'll notice that I've got a different set of resources on Sutek. That's because Sutek does not have access to food. In fact, I had to make a desperate attack on a farm way over here just to keep my my folks from starving. We were definite threat of starvation. You can play with starvation off, rebellion's off. I got all that stuff on. It's been a lot of fun already. So yeah, here we are on Sutek. Yeah, and we're gonna try and go for the bioplant factory, because we know there's all sorts of cool cities back there. We really want probably a palace, a shield, cathedral, who knows? But we're waiting to take this mine right now. So we're building up a force. We're bombing them from space. That's right. Emperor of the Fading Suns is one of those games that well, I shouldn't say one. As far as I know, it's the only game that allows planet to space and planet to air and air to ground and ground to sea and sea to air. All that kind of combat. So, yeah. So we're doing an orbital bombardment on the mine to try and take out that anti-tank gun before we go in. Oh, yes. Why don't we bombard once more? Why don't we go ahead and take out that artillery as well? Oh, we didn't. Now, we know there's another unit here that we haven't spotted. So I don't know what it is. Could be an officer. Could be a partisan. We're going to hold that last movement. See, this number up here is their amount of movement. They've moved... They've got one movement left. My bulk color here still has 3, but you see it took some damage before, so I'm not just going to crash land it on the ground this turn. That would be dangerous. So let's see here. Do I have any reinforcements down here? I don't really. I need to go take... Oh, yeah, whoa, what am I thinking? I got that whole assault lander force over here. That's right. I've got this lovely force right here, and that tank I just healed up. So let's move the tank out to my assault landers. Just click where I want them to go, and off they go. You can use... the mouse, the number pad, all kinds of ways to move. We give you options, and more options. That's not a quality of life improvement. That's always been in place. All right, so we got these 2 assault landers. Assault landers can land on planets without taking damage, unless they're within range of a planet or space gun, which they might be. But we're going to go and land them here. We think we're safe. We were. So we've got this nice team here now. We've got all this artillery. We have in the bioplant. Ooh, they're making a little choke point here for me to try and fight my way through. You see, they abandoned the factory to put all their troops in the bioplant to try and stop me, but I'm going to try and sneak around them. Let's see if we can pull it off. All right, this should be an easy attack. The militia might die. I'm including it mainly to soak up any damage my noble might take. But let's do a normal attack here. We could probably assault them and do it quickly. We'll do normal just to ensure that I guess it's all just militia hidden there. We should have just assaulted. I didn't know if that might be an officer or partisan to make it more dangerous. So, all right. So we've taken the mine. We're definitely going to build a militia in that mine because these rebels are probably going to be coming after them. These should be. We figure that these are nobles of House of the Hazat who've not yet realized that Prince Lazarus is the way to go. That's right. I'm Prince Lazarus. Yep, Prince Lazarus of House Hazat. They've not realized that mine is the correct way, and they should be following my lead. Now, that bioplant's pretty heavily defended. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to move my noble and that artillery up to here to scout the factory. Let's go see. Oh, what are we seeing already? Oh, yeah, they've got stuff in there, too. Might not be worth it to go around the factory. I really like that factory. Factories are yummy things. You can build tanks in them. The tank factory. Tanks for the factory. Bioplant. That's anti-air unit. 2 anti-tank units. 2 artillery units. We had a discussion about this unit size. We leave it to your decisions because this is part of the Fading Suns role-playing game. A lot of folks use this to kind of decide the setting for themselves for their own tabletop games. But I usually think of these as company size, like maybe 3 platoons worth of troops and support troops and so on. And there we've got, there is less. All right, let's move these up because maybe if we can take the factory, that way we cut any more reinforcements in from coming up there. No, it's about as well defended. We might as well go right back to the bioplant. Yep. This is going to be a bit of a fight. Try and do our thing. All right, let's move up all these other troops. Except for the assault landers, obviously. You don't want to waste their movement there. So that is a good force. I mean, but they've got a good defensive force, and they're dug into the bioplant. The bioplant gives them some defensive abilities. Let's see. Yeah, an extra unit armor factor, 1.5. So... I think we need another orbital bombardment here. Hello, cruiser. Now, you missed my modding. I did that yesterday for this game. You'll notice this is not just called a cruiser. It is, in fact, the SGJ cruiser. That's right, the Space Game Junkie cruiser. So, yes, named in honor of one of our favoritist streamers. The Space Game Junkie cruiser. We'll go ahead and take a shot at that bio plant. Oh, there's more stuff in there and I missed on top of it. Maybe another militia, maybe a partisan, maybe an officer, who knows. So we got to be careful here. They have built up a... Whoa, PTS gun. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, all right. So we got to be careful on that orbital bombardment. Oh, starport. There is a... Oh, we really want a starport. We don't have a starport yet. We can't build any ships, even if we researched them. So that would be handy, handy, handy. And to have that be just one jump away from Byzantium Secundus, the capital of humanity. That's Sutek we're kicking over now. That would be handy. Have that spaceport right there. Or we go after Holy Terra, the seat of the Earth Orthodox Church. There's our enemies, the Hawkwood. Our maybe allies over here, Lihalan, the Ducados, the evil scheming Ducados way over there. The Al-Malik here at Istikar, right by where the symbiotes come through. It's the Stigmata choke point. Yeah, look at all these spaceships over Criticorum right now. Holy cow. Look at that. There's Al-Malik. They got frigate, 2 frigates and a freighter. Lihalan are here with an assault liner. Everybody's going for Criticorum. That's a nice little fighting point. We might go after that too with our little frigate, but not right now. Not right now. I'm going to fly my frigate over to Istikar, the Al-Malik homeworld. I'm not attacking. I'm just looking around. We were at war with the Al-Malik. Oh, I should have made sure that we're still at peace. Yeah, we were at war with the Al-Malik for a little bit, so we were just going to save my peace overture, because a frigate is not going to fight a cruiser. No, not at all. Hey, Ahmad! Ahmad says, hey, thanks for the update. I'll have to check out the quality of life changes soon. Hope everyone is doing well. Thank you, Ahmad. Yeah, please let us know what you think when you try them out. Very happy with some of the changes. I mean, there have been a lot of changes. Some of these are not new. Some of these have been around for a while. It's like that finance button people are enjoying. See how much all your different things are costing you. So you see I'm currently making 5,000 income and I'm spending that. Most of it, of course, going to research. So I got a couple of expensive salt landers running around. Of course, that big SPJ cruiser. So you can see how much everything costs. See, money coming in from skimming the tithe. I have the palace on Aragon, so I'm getting taxes there. And we're giving a little bit of that tithe money from the church. Don't tell the patriarch. All right. Yeah, there's a big cluster of where everybody is. The Al-Malik are a little weak this game. That's different. Usually they're kind of one of the tech leaders. Now they're way behind. They must have had some setbacks trying to take over their own world. But everybody else is kind of clustered right now. So we'll see how that changes when we get into the first election. All right. Now, we can land this in the mine, not take damage. Unload all these troops. Now we've got a nice force getting ready for the bioplant. I can't do any more orbital bombardment. That's right, because that, we have that, ETS gun. Ooh, this would be dangerous. At least we got a couple of elite units now. Elite, attack, elite, medium tank, elite self-propelled artillery, a couple of other elite artillery divisions. I need more infantry. Here's the problem. Here is the problem. My noble's at risk. You want more infantry around your noble to keep them alive. I could probably survive this. Is my noble elite yet? My noble is not yet elite. It's a veteran, expert noble. So you see, I've only got that 26 armor. That's like nothing compared even to the 38 of the Smiter and the 54 of that. What to do? I'll build a militia next turn. I could be building another militia here and bring this militia along. That's a wounded militia. They might have some reinforcements. All right, we're going to cycle back and we'll decide if we want to be impulsive, which is a Hazat trait, and risk our noble. We only get 5 of them in the entire game. All right, we'll also come back to the assault landers. Not sure what I'm doing with them. That bulk collar, on the other hand, boom, it's going straight back to Aragon. Not leaving that bulk collar where it can be damaged. Okay, we have a freighter. We'll come back to that. All right, we've built this militia legion and a Sutek mine. We're getting a lot of metal on Sutek. Just need more food there. that's good to have the metal there. We got to build troops out here. So, yeah. I'm actually going to build an anti-aircraft gun here, because eventually we're going to want to attack this ruin up here. And you always want... You never know what you're going to dredge out of a ruin. Ah, JW! Quality of life changes have been great from what I've noticed. Can you explain the tithe skim game mechanic? Yeah. Alright. So, on the house screen, you see I can set my taxes, my unit pay. I'm bringing some decent money right now. I should probably pay my units a little more. Let's do that. They'll be happy. Now, you got two ways to make money. You got the tax and the tithe. Alright, so the tax is really your big money. I could shoot that up a whole lot. Yeah, I'm the only way down here on the end. I could keep bringing a whole lot more money, but that would send all my cities and fiefs into rebellion. They'd be very unhappy with me. The tithe skim will make the people unhappy if they think that I'm ripping off the church. That's not going to affect really the unit. It's not going to affect my unit allegiance. That's unit pay and taxes, not such as that. But it'll decrease my overall loyalty. So both of these in different ways can affect your loyalty. If you're too blatantly ripping off the church, them peasants ain't going to be happy with you. Does that explain it to you, JW? And the tithe skim is, of course, based very heavily on the population, number of worshipers you have, the cathedrals you control, etc. And having a cleric in your cathedral does contribute to that. So keep your clerics in the cathedral. All right, we're building an AA gun here. Got that guy. This is Byzantium Secundus. This is the homeworld of the throne world, not the homeworld. That's really terrible. This is the throne world of humanity. And in the Dark Ages game, you start with a submarine on it, so you can do stealth naval attacks on the planet. We're not doing that yet. We're still at peace on Byzantium Secundus, but we have the capability, so shan't necessarily say no. This is also not a recent quality of life improvement, but yeah, now you have the ability to see how much, if you build a city somewhere, how much it harvests. Lots of food out here, some good mining areas. Oh my, 43 metal. We might just have to put metal up there. And a 48 metal would be great, but that's the 54 food with exotica, and we would like more exotica. So I'm going to build that down here. Going to build a farm down here and probably a mine up there. So thanks for scouting that out for me. All right, we're scouting through here. Looking for... Oh, I was not looking for ruins. I was looking more for that metal. But, yeah, we got another ruin to explore. See what goodies we find. Oh, and by the way, one of the changes in the quality of life improvements, JW, Mood, and the rest, is that not only can you build roads like I just did, but you can raise them. See that road go away and see it come back. And you might think, why would you bother raising a road? Well, if rebels took this farm and I was here, I could really slow them down by raising that road and give myself more time to bring in more defenders, build more defenders, etc. So, let's see here. We know we want to build a mine down here because we want those gems. So we can't build here because we have to be at least four away from another city. We're currently 4, so we have to be 5 away. But if we made it to there, we could be mining 31 and of those gems as well, because we really want those gems. So this is likely where I'm going to place my mine. Okay. That was that engineer. This engineer is mainly building a road, internal lines of communication, logistics. Are very important in this game. But I do want that exotica at some point. I'm trying to build a road down to that farm. As you can see. All right, so I've got troops coming in for this ruin over here. That's not going to happen to me. I got a noble waiting here, just kind of camped out with his militias. We'll say that they're probably hunting in the forest. That's a very Hazat thing to do. Got these 2 transports, and we will send them both back to probably here to maybe pick up reinforcements down the line. What you think? All right, we build a militia there. Who's going to rest? We're building out a... Oh, wait, we want to build a mine? And that 32, maybe? Let's look around. Let's see. Any of these other places are better for that. 32 is probably the best place for metal up here. So I'm probably going to go down there next turn. Okay. This is a big stack that I'm looking to bring into the fight. I was going to bring them in straight over to Sutek. Do I want to take them to Sutek, or do I want to go ahead and... I really wish I had more infantry. Oh, infantry! We've researched infantry. We can only build them in a fort, but let's start building some infantry, please. Oh, yes, infantry, please. Get those infantry units starting to build. We probably need another fort over here, or we should build a fort on Sutek to build infantry. That's what we need to do. That is absolutely what we need to do. I'm going to use this Agora. You can buy stuff from the League. I'm going to buy a bunch of metal from them. See how easy that was? Filling their war chests. I mean, buying stuff from the League. Yes, if you buy too many things from the League, they might decide they should control the universe and not you nobles. JW asks, when you open ruins, if it spawns spaceships, do they launch if you fail to capture instantly? Yes, they do. That's why you all... There's a strategy some people use to use certain units to scout a ruin before they send troops in. You better be ready to follow up, because if you reveal a dreadnought and it shoots up over your homeworld, you are in trouble. A rebel dreadnought over your homeworld is dangerous. I mean, there are all these neat strategies we give you, but they come with trade-offs. All this really juicy decisions you get to make in this game. All right, and one of my juicy decisions is, oh wait, I got ruins over here too. Oh my goodness, ruins to the right of me, ruins to the left of me. I'm building a road to ruin with this engineer. Well, I've already got a bunch of troops up here on the island. So. Tempted to bring them all right back to here and go attack that ruins first, because that's going to be easier to get a lot of troops to. I lost a bunch of armor when I attacked the last ruins, didn't I? So I definitely want infantry to protect that noble. So I think I'm going to do, now that I've discovered this ruins here, is bring a bunch of those troops I have sitting up here. I just moved that out to join them. I'm going to start moving them back to the well. And I'm going to move them to that main continent to take its ruins. And all of you folks will just sit here pretty. That smiter will continue to heal. My engineer will continue to build a road, just like Mr. Bull. Where do I want to build that mine? $40. Wow, yeah, we want to build it up there. I was trying to build a road over to the farm, but yeah, I might just come up here. 40 metal. I need metal on this planet, that's for sure. Yeah, I think I'm going to build right there. Build it right there. And we were worried about rebels out here, so we're going to continue escorting that engineer with some militia. All right, engineer up here. This is the one building the farm that can collect exotica. Oops, orders. Build city. Farm me, baby. Yes, and then we'll build a militia in there as well. All right, nice seeing you on Steam. If you have questions, you can put them in the chat. Be glad to answer them there, just like we've been doing with YouTube. Good to have a crowd on both. And happy 4X Fest, everyone. Lots of good games out there. The LT Gaming folks put out a good list of 4X games to look into. Some old classics on there. Colonization. Wow, was that a throwback? Wait, I'm building militia? I don't need to build a militia here. I got one walking in. Change that. Let's build nothing. And full production. Yes, we've got this militia just walking in and entering. Okay, now we've got that freighter. So we're going to drop the freighter into the well. And next turn, it can bring some of these units back to go after that other ruin on the main continent. That's a good idea. Got a frigate up here. The frigate's basically just protecting my throne world. Not a huge amount of protection, but at least I'll know if someone's coming after me. All right. The big question. So I've decided I'm going after that ruin over on Aragon. So if I'm going to take bioplant, it's going to be with this force anyway. And I'm not going to be doing much more oral bombardment, so let's go into the bioplant. Keep our fingers crossed for our noble, but we are impulsive. Okay, the good. That was just another. Yeah, you see my noble already taking damage. Hey, is my militia going to survive? Whoa! I was not expecting to do quite that well. I might have gone after the factory next turn, but we got damage, and it's going to take a lot of our units last move to go there. So, see, everyone's at 0, so we can't take the factory immediately. But next turn, that factory is pretty achievable unless they crank out something powerful in this turn. We're going to put both of these back into space. Don't want them on the ground where they're at risk. We were just talking about that with JW in the YouTube chat. All right, so they are done with their move. Oh, Ceram Steel. We haven't even researched Ceram Steel to be able to make some by taking from the rebels. That's one of the reasons you want to expand quickly. You can start making resources you haven't even researched for. Remember, you got all this decline tech, but you can still capture stuff that you don't know how to build. You can use it, you just can't make it. Can't replace it. All right, no, turn is not over. Turn is definitely not over. All right, let's go to our city info. Remember, you got these group finders and city info. And of course, the incredible archives. Neurocellular surgery. Some might name me uncharitable for decrying this admittedly wondrous technique, which my eschatonic colleague Schwartzen avers outright is the kiss of the pancreator made manifest. For he posits is not this restoration of bodily workings a tangible manifestation of their spiritual counterparts re-elevated to their perfect form in the Empyrean's grace? While I certainly respect the philosophies of the heretical eschatonics, I myself, a simple Orthodox devotee, for whom the words of the prophet must needs serve as transcendence enough, prove somewhat more skeptical. Certainly history and theologic discourse bear witness to innumerable incidents of demons assuming fair guises, even performing good works to seduce innocence into wickedness. Researching pharmaceuticals, electron microscopes, and meditation will get us closer to this technology. Yeah, I love those. Anyway, what I was going to show you was the city info screen so we can see what we're building everywhere at any time, right? That's handy. And you can sort it in different ways, unit production, the type of city you want to look at, what planet you want to look at. So we're building the infantry. We know we're building an infantry on Aragon. We don't have enough metal to build much on Sutek yet, but that'll change because we got some mines now. We got 3 mines, I think, on the planet. And that's very handy to have 3 mines. But on Aragon, I want to build more units for go to it. Don't build there. Just go to it. Whoops. Why did you not go to it? Come on. All right. On Aragon, I want to start building. I'm building an engineer there. I guess I should build something up here. Maybe another anti-air gun. Let's build an anti-aircraft gun there. Some more troops coming. Could build something over at this farm too to help out. What do I have? In that mine, got lots of artillery. Oh, I gotta build stuff in my factory. Why am I not building anything in my factory? Definitely building the factory. Get some more medium tanks, maybe? Yeah, I think medium tanks are the way to go right now. Do I have it? No, I don't. I've got a damaged smiter. I don't have a medium tank. Let's build a medium tank to go in there. Absolutely. How was I missing that? All right, let's get some more engineers being built. Let's build an engineer here in my shield. I want another engineer over. Oh, we're building an engineer there. Build another engineer here, maybe. Maybe build another engineer in this farm. Yes, engineers take resources. You see, it takes 100 metal, 100 food. Engineer also takes some money. So watch, I got 5529. Now I got 5429. Just spent some money building that engineer. All right, looking good. Okay, not bad, not bad. Now, take one quick look over at Sutek. So we've taken this bio plant, right? So sounds like we could build some neat biochems, right? 10 energy, 10 exotic, 10 chemicals. Certainly ain't got no chemicals, certainly not here. So that bioplant will not be cranking out anything for a while. So we're gonna need to build some chemical factories to take full advantage of this city. All right, I think that's all we want to do. I don't think there's any diplomacy we want to do right now. So let's just go ahead and end the turn. Does anyone have technology we don't have? Let's actually go to the house screen first. Tech. Oh, the Ducados got a bunch of tech. Let's see what the technology the Ducados have. Nikolai, oh pretty Nikolai, give me technology. You have of course the Ducados have researched pharmaceuticals. And I'll give you a planet map. I'll even let you know about Byzantium. Nope, that's not what I meant. Give me technology pharmaceuticals. Choose. And I'll give you planet map from Byzantium Secundus. Yes. And of course, you know what? I'll appreciate it. All right.
Message sent.
Might be able to buy it off the next turn. Alright, anyway. Alright, so now we are done. Got a lot of resources. I want to build something in this mod. Building a militia. I do need more infantry. That's been my fear here. Let's build another militia. Gotta feed all those people. I only have one farm right now. I'm hoping that up here I'm gonna find another farm. That's probably a farm up there by the river. A road. That's probably gonna ruins. That's always a secret. When you see a road that doesn't end anywhere, there's probably ruins around it. Little clues. Those are the roads that the natives don't follow anymore. Okay, end turn.
The Hazat.
Okay, Lazarus turn. Got another one researching electron microscope. Executive term, no pharmaceuticals for map info. Regent elections the next turn. If Celestra can win, I will be the fleet commander. You do not have all the required resources to use biochems on Sutek. All right. Received a diplomatic request from Ducados. Give me infantry legions, and I'll give you pharmaceuticals and 720 fireworks. All right, you're far enough away from me. I do want your pharmaceuticals, so let's do that. Everyone's finished producing. We know what we want to build there. Another infantry legion. All right. So we are not going to take our frigate up to Stigmata because we really expect that there are symbiotes there. But we can fly down to Malignatius. I wonder if the Lihalan and Ducados are fighting it out here. Well, there's certainly the Ducados. I don't see the Lihalan. I guess the Lihalan went after Criticorn. I'm not sure with the Saltlanders yet. Let's come back to them. Does Appreciate It provide any in-game Diplo bonus? Sometimes they'll give you a point. Sometimes they take it as a snarky attack. The most minor impact it can possibly have. But 1% is 1%. All right, not sure what I'm doing with my SGJ Cruiser right now. Bulk Caller, you are landing in the well. You'll wait for a pickup. Frigate is sitting up there defending. Submarine is continuing my war on Fog of War. If you've watched my streams before, you know my main opponent in any game is Fog of War. So yeah, I'm going to try and reveal every square I can. I'm one of those players. Oh my goodness. They are Russian reinforcements to the factory. Yeah, I need to take that factory this turn because otherwise that's going to be a nasty little choke point. Rebels on the way. Oh goodness, and I've got a wounded noble now. Shoot. All right, well at least I have this militia joining the staff, so I might soak up some damage. Let's keep going around. All right, we got this other militia. Can't help this turn, but it's on its way. More metal building up. That's right. This is my road building engineer. This one I wanted to build, that's right, down here, in order to make sure I use that gem. Wait a minute, let's see. Build this 31. They're all 31s. Yeah, we'll build right here. Orders! Build city. Where's mine? Yeah, we need those gems. We need that trace. Good place to build. Let's definitely put a militia in here first, actually, because we know we're going to have to go to this ruin at some point. Anti-aircraft. Start with that. Keep building troops there, but let's keep looking around. All right, so this freighter, you got all this stuff coming back. So you can't make it all the way back. You're a slowpoke. Well, you guys can make it on back. Put all of you in the bulk hauler, shall we? Deep, 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 deep. Get them all in? Nope. There we go. There we go. All right, bulk hauler up. Bulk hauler uses last movement point. Come down into this mine over here and unload. All right. I really want that tank to come join. And that smiter still needs to heal. So we're going to take a little more time for more reinforcements to get here. Y'all can sit in that city for another turn. Move some of my slow units. Why don't I move my slow units up ahead? That's not a bad idea. That way they'll be in position where all the quick units come racing on. Alright, you're going to sit... Oh, I got an infantry here. Yeah, I might take that infantry along with that anti-air unit next turn. Alright, freighter's just going to sit there. The naval transports are going to come in here and go sentry until I get units to put in them. Infantry here is definitely on the move. Definitely on the move. Hey, we found somebody in the Imperial Life Fort. Of course there are people in the Imperial Life Fort. And after the regional elections, they're going to belong to one of the houses. We're going to have to be careful. Do not... Last game we played, if you were watching, my Lehilan Investite game, the Lehilan, we took control of that Imperial Eye force, and man, that helped us just devastate two of the other houses in no time. Okay, nobles and smiter are going to sit in the city. I might do a little bit more exploring before I go and build my mine. Sure. An engineer here. Oh, a 41! That's why we did that. There's a trace there. We'll move you there. Orders, build city, mine, build. Yes, and then here we'll build a militia. Alright, deal. How are we looking up here for where we want to build stuff? A 40. Now we got two places with 40, which is better for tracemen. Oh, definitely the one right next to us. Alright. Go up there, orders, build city, mine, build, yes. I want to build an anti-air unit there, I think I do. Build, anti-aircraft, build. One of these militias will go garrison in here. The other militia is going to go down here. All right, keep an eye on the ruins. You are still exploring. Oh, we're not building another engineer up here? We need another engineer. We know there's a good mine space up there. All right. Here comes the attack. We know we need to do it. Got this factory. It should be easy. If that bioplant fell easily, the factory should fall easily. It should have the same unit factor. Ah! I didn't see this. They got some elite units in there. An expert. I think the reason I steamrolled the other ones, they were all noobs. Well, we should do all right. Let's go. We did rail on the other one. We should do well on this one. I should have checked to see how many of my own troops had gotten to expert. Oh, no. Oh, no. Did not know about that infantry. Phew. Now, they're doing some damage, but that could have been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse. Could have been worse. All right. For everyone who's still got movement, let's move into the factory. Now we got two units we can capture up there. We're going to send our noble. Come to the Hazat way. See, you were following the false Hazat Lord. Now follow the true Hazat Lord. And they are now part of my force. My force needs a little bit of healing. Now the good thing is we're in the factory. And the factory gives an extra healing boost to armored units to get built there. So this is exactly the place to heal for a turn. And in fact, I think I want to build a tank killer just in case. I was trying to save up my metal for an engineer, but I think I want to build a tank killer so I have more armor on this planet. So build tank killer. tank. Tank killer really hits hard. Medium tank does have more armor. I already got a medium tank in there, so let's build a tank killer. So if you remember World War II strategy for the U.S., they had the Shermans like with good armor, and then they had these anti-tank, self-propelled anti-tank guns, which had a lot less armor, but could really hit hard and fast. So kind of the model for that. All right, so anyway, we've got all these troops here. They're going to spend a turn healing. I think we're going to see these rebels retreat. Oh, they might come take my bioplant. I didn't even think about that. Should I put somebody back in the bioplant? Nah, we'll keep my force together. If they take the bioplant, they take the bioplant. I can't build anything there right now anyway. All right, we got the assault landers over Sutek. And because of those PTS guns, we can't do much with them. So I think I'm going to take them to Aragon and help move troops around Aragon more quickly for a little bit. Cruiser, do I have any rebel cities to attack still? Let's see. Yeah, he's within my range. Oh, way up here. Way up here. Forgot about that. There's a well up there I should be taking. Bought it again. Oh, there's nothing else in it for us to hit. All right, I'm going to do one attack because my cruiser healed itself, repaired itself in space. I'm going to do one attack just to see what's here. I'm hoping that's a farm. Nope, it's another factory. Oh. Oh, no. They're moving their PTS gun forward. Starport. So PTS guns have that 5 range, right? And if I just attack that factory and they didn't shoot back at me, PTS gun is out of there and it's up here. That's going to be a fight now. Taking that Ceram Steel, because that choke point we really need to go through. Those roads take forever for my folks to get over. I mean, those hills. So it's better for me to go right through there. That's interesting. All right. All right. No, let's not end our turn yet. In the Dark Ages map, one of the changes of it is that because we're speeding up combat, we want to get you fighting really quickly. These agoras get restocked very quickly. So I'm going to keep buying metal. They'll get stocked almost every turn. So I've got a lot of food, so I can crank out a lot of engineers as well. So I knew I wanted engineer up here. Maybe build another engineer in a lab. Could build an engineer in the farm. Let's build an engineer in this farm. Okay. Yes, I am building electronics. Probably need to build a chemical. I should have built a chemical plant. Oh well. Anyway. All right, region elections coming up. Let's see what happens. Let's end the turn. I cast all my votes for Celestra. I promised. And again, can't build on Sutek with the Biocat. Cast all my stuff. We have received a diplomatic request. She's bribing me for my votes, even though I promised them to her. I will take your money. See what we've built. We can go and look at them directly if we want. The one we want to look at is that one, so we build another infantry immediately. We know we want more infantry. All right, over Malignatius. We're now going to fly to the Ducado's homeworld of Severus. Just point and click. They've got their frigates there. I wonder where their transport ships are. All right, still over Sutek with this. They've moved the PTS gun. That means we can probably... I wonder if we can attack this one as well. Didn't have anything there. Nope, no. So it's within range of that. Ooh. Didn't do much damage this time, thankfully. So where is that? They moved it back into the starport when I started bombarding that factory. Okay, so it'd probably come down here and then move back up. Ooh, yeah, 9. Holy camole. Holy camole. We're going to have to risk our cruiser once more. I don't like doing this, but those folks are in the open, and that's a big stack that we want to take out now. All right, one more time. Taking more damage to my cruiser. Thank goodness I only have the one PTS. That was a better hit. Oh, I also did a better hit on me. All right, dangerous, dangerous. The Hazat always appreciate donations, says the EVM. That's right. Thank you, House Leon. I would assume, JW says, I assume Hazat gets restocked the fastest with respect to Leagueheim. In the Dark Ages, yes, but I mean, everybody's getting restocked quickly in Dark Ages. So, Definitely less travel for those ships. All right, we're going to come back to my assault landers. That frigate's just going to sit there. My little submarine, that Dark Ages submarine, still just sailing around the planet. Okay, these troops got a bunch of healing to do. Oh, what am I going to do about this? Right, I'm going to move both of these into the bio plant. Kind of foolish. Maybe I can keep these guys from attacking. Move into the factory. Add this militia into that factory force. We got some good healing in. One movement is not going to be enough to go to the desert. I'm going to need at least 2 movement. I hate that my noble is injured. This is going to be a fight. Thank goodness they're not dug in this time. Thank goodness I just killed one and injured another. That is still... How are they noobs? There is 1 elite artillery. That's going to hurt. 2... Oh, an elite anti... Oh, boy. Yeah. That's a lot of good stuff. How elite are my forces now? Oh, my. Look at those golden eagles. Golden phoenixes. That is nice. All right, I'm less worried about it now. We've got a nice elite stack here. We've taken some damage, but it's a good stack. We got a couple militias to soak up damage for my noble. I might lose my Wolfen, but we'll give it a try. We got a Wolverine on the way. We take out this stack. Woo! I'm going to lose both of those militia, aren't I? No! Look at that! Oh, for sure I was going to lose my militia. And by taking out that stack, I'm sure we've taken out... Yeah, we've taken out the main rebel force on that planet. Let me see something really quickly.
Unit spotted. Unit spotted.
Oh, no. Still too much stuff in there, but yeah, you see, that's kind of an empty stack now compared to where it was. All right. So, going to get another turn of healing in, build up those forces, and next time we go for this ram steel. That's not that. Yeah, we'll just steamroller that. We'll just steamroller that next turn. Do we have any more elites out of that experience? Yeah, look at the gold. Wolfen's elite, Smiter's elite. This is going to be a good stack here as they survive these fights. Can't complain. Well, I could complain, but shouldn't. Paint attack to buff armor. That is a good idea, JW. If I had more armor, I probably would have. Oh, against this ram steel? Yeah. That's not a bad idea, actually. Oh, well, I already did my move, but I should have. If I'd seen that first, I probably would have done that. You're right. Yeah, we give you these various ways of attacking. This is a grand strategy game. We're not down to the weeds of the tactical combat, but you can set your overall strategy, like feint, normal, assault. And he's right that doing the feint attack would have helped. Because we would have easily won that fight. We could have avoided taking any damage with a feint. All right, you guys are sitting there. We're going to leave these 2 units in the bioplant to heal up. They're not going to be in combat for a while. You're just going to walk up to the ruins. We know what your role is. Okay, finish building this road. Never decide where I want to harvest out Exotica. Now let's go up here. Start building another road. Not seeing any really good food places, but we're already seeing good Exotica, so we'll build somewhere along that line. Up here, there's got to be a good place for food. Let's see. Oh my, yes. Yeah, river deltas, river beds are obviously good places for food. Just ask the ancient Egyptians on the Nile. They will not deny it. All right, I apologize. Please don't dislike the stream for me saying that. Please do like, if you're watching on YouTube, please like the stream. If you're watching on Steam, go ahead and enjoy the 4X Fest. Pick up the game. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going here. That engineer is out of movement. Now, this is something we've been waiting for. Moving in there. It only takes 1 to get into a city since there's automatically a road there. You theoretically can raise those roads in your own cities. I don't know why you would, but you could. All right, let's take that freighter up. Let's land that freighter down. This is now the close place, so we're going to start putting everyone in here and load all that. We'll leave the transport down there. I don't have anything else to transport over here. We're going to walk the anti-aircraft gun down here so it's ready for future use. Yay! There's my new spiffy tank. Let's get it flying on along. Nice. Got another infantry going. We might pick that up with a spaceship. I don't know. I'd pick you up with a spaceship as well. Got this infantry moving on along. Yeah, we'll have a good ruin attack force pretty soon. So that's that bulk hauler. Move it in and go pick up that infantry or that other unit I looked at. First of all, you guys look pretty well healed. I'm going to move you down. Maybe next turn we can go ahead and attack the ruins. That's a good little force. What was I doing with this engineer? Do I have any good places for mines over here? No, not really. I could build a road, have that engineer connect that mine. That's not a bad idea. I did say I wanted a chemical plant, but maybe not yet. Yeah, I'm going to head up there and build a road to there. All right, this one, I'm going to shoot you up, land you down. Let's go pick up this infantry. Infantry on you. Shoot you back into space, bring you down next turn. You are sentried. You all are moving into this square, so next turn, nice little force now building up. Yep, we'll take it. You all are sitting for now. Let's definitely have you sit. We'll come back to the freighter. You're sitting here waiting for the engineer to come up and build that mine. There is that. Shoot, we should use the bulk hauler on that. I'd like it in there. Shoot you up into space. I think we'll just leave that flak gun there. Oh, wait, we've got our assault landers. What am I thinking? Doi. There's the mine. The anti-air onto the assault lander. Shoot the assault lander back into space. Bring it down. Now we got 2 anti-air units. It's kind of what you want when you're dealing with a ruin. If you can't have your own fighter cover. ABM, alright, I need to check 4X Fest for anything interesting I might not have seen before. If you haven't looked at the LT Gaming video, go for it. JW, the attack types are nuanced in a few ways, but early game, if you have Battle Master, I noticed Feint is best versus the weak rebels to assault to kill high tier units. You are exactly right. And I did take Battle Master because after all, we are the Hazat. That is their shtick. That's why I got my nobles in the front of all these fights. Alright, we'll come back to them. This assault lander is just going to sit in space for now. It's not end of turn yet, because we know we want to keep building. We're going to use up a lot of money, though. But I do want to, like I said, I need a chemical plant, don't I? Got an engineer building there. We got 100 metal. It's, got this electronics place. Let's build another engineer in here. Maybe that'll be our one to build the chemicals. Alright, save a little bit of money this turn. Yay, we're making gems and electronics. Okay. Do we have any materials to build with on Sutek yet? I really want an engineer. We need one. Next turn we'll be able to build an engineer. Yeah, that's right. I consider Sutek nearly pacified now. I mean, they still have the PTS gun. They're probably a good defense in the starport, but we know there's not much elsewhere. So this stack is kind of going to roll on through now. So Sutek's in good shape. So gotta start building engineers. Man, look at all that trace. That trace is, that trace is outside the range of both of these mines. We need to build a mine here. Here? Sure, we need to build a mine somewhere to get them both. Might want to move some of these mines around, raise them and rebuild them. Okay, end turn. Good to have a bunch of you on both YouTube and Steam, thank you all very much for joining. 4X Fest is going on. Oh, for any GGDA members watching, we're meeting tomorrow at Ghost Gaming. If you're a GGDA member, you get in for free. Come check out the neat Ghost Gaming Launchpad for new game developers. The vote, Lehalan won! Hoorah! We know what that means. She took all the troops. She took the Stigmata garrison. She got all the soldiers. Hawkwood of the Imperial Eye. Hazat is the Imperial Fleet Commander. Oh, that gave us control of monopoles. We can't build them. We don't know the gear for monopoles or singularities. Or the electronics on Byzantium Secundus. Yeah, we don't have anything on Byzantium Secundus to build with. But at least now we have a bunch more food. Alright, Hawkwood. Received a diplomatic request from the Hawkwood. Hospital technology for 1740. Yeah, I need a little bit more money to buy metals. Let's do that. Celestial Stigmata, and he's the Minister of the Imperial Eye, so we better be friends with him. Because that Imperial Eye, he's got troops on my planet as we speak. I might want to keep, yeah, building up some more reinforcements. That's why we left a lot of troops behind in the palace. Alright. Could not build a lot of stuff. And needless to say, first thing, build another infantry on Aragon. Okay, there's my Imperial fleet at Byzantium Secundus. Holy camoly. We want to put this to use. Yeah, that's a veteran dreadnought now. Newbie cruiser, veteran frigate. That's nice. Veteran dreadnought. You think my ST cruiser is doing some cool bombardment? Imperialis frigates. Thanks, Imperialis, for all that streaming of the game. So we now have this whole new fleet to deal with. Come back to it. Oh, and the Stigmata fleet. Now, the reason we're not seeing symbiotes in our space yet is because we got a fleet here protecting humanity from it. If we were to take this fleet away, symbiotes would start coming right through to Istakar, Criticorum. Ooh, the Lehalan have taken conquered Criticorum. That's their purple. They have 2 planets under their control. Remember, quick. Shoot, we just made him regent. Uh-oh. Yeah, between us and them, that's a power jump when the regency starts. Alright, well. Of course, the Lehalan have Stigmata as well. I'm tempted to pull my ships away from Stigmata. Just to, it's just to mean that the symbiotes will start landing there and they'll have to fight all of these cities. Look at all these cities and these incredible troops belong to Lehalan. We could carry him straight to Istakar right now and conquer Istakar, or straight to Criticorum. Goodness, I haven't come up with a really good strategy for winning this game. Maybe it is. I don't want to take on the Hawkwood now that they have the Imperial Eye. I was thinking I'd be friends with the Ducados. Because they're so far away, but I think I might have to go to war with the Al-Malik and the Ducados in order to win this game. Huh. JW says, honestly, I don't like Criticorum. It doesn't have any resources. Yeah, that's because it's that strategic point in the middle. It's been harvested by humanity pretty heavily. It is this key jumping off point for Byzantium Secundus. Since you can't build on Byzantium Secundus, you want to take Criticorum, you're almost any house other than Hazat, and start building troops to take to Byzantium. So that's why it's so crucial in most multiplayer games. All right, we got 2 big fleets. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the bombarding force. That is my Beast Dreadnought and the cruiser. And I'm going to send them on a diplomatic mission to this. Yeah, let's go to Criticorum. I'm going to bring all my bombarding ships together. I'm going to leave the frigates and hope that the symbiotes don't suddenly show up with a big, massive combat force. Yeah, if you look at over Criticorum, there's also Imperial Eye troops, fleets over that. All right, so I'm leaving these folks to guard Stigmata. That's my own little ship. Go take a look at Cadiz. Oh my, that's where the Imperial Eye is. Or not the Imperial Eye, that's the more of the Imperial fleet. Let's take the Dreadnought. Yes, said Criticorum. And we like to keep an eye on the Vow, but I'm more worried about the symbiotes. So I'm going to leave 2 frigates there. I'm going to take the destroyers and 2 other frigates and get them going up to Stigmata. I hope that we don't get pulverized while we consolidate our forces. Leave these right here to scout. Sutek, let's wait on you. Bringing down the bulk hauler. And the bulk hauler in the mine. Oh, yes. Bring all of these troops running around. Huh. That flak gun can't fight. One's not close enough. I need at least 2 movements. So it's going to pull back. Going to move up that infantry. Going to move up my armor. Now we've got a stack. It looks like a stack at 20, but one of them's an assault lander that can't attack the room. But it's attack at 19. We should be all right with this one. We've got good AA. We got a plethora of armor. And we got a lot of troops to soak up damage to our nobles. So let's go. We're capturing. So if we win this fight, we're capturing some fighters. Some fighters. This is exactly what JW was talking about. If you capture fighters on the ground, they're yours. If you don't, next turn they're in space, killing your dudes. DJ's Outdoor Adventures. FS is one of the best game worlds for TTRPGs ever made. Thank you. And EBM seconded that. Thank you, DJ's Outdoor Adventure. Appreciate that. For those of you on Steam who don't know this, Emperor of the Fading Suns is tied to the Fading Suns role-playing game. So check it out as well. And here we go into the ruins. Oh no. There are Vow. There are massive tanks. We are in trouble. That's a Vow unit. Officer commanding. We're dead. We're losing 2 nobles in this fight. Yeah, I don't see any way to win this one. They got a Marauder. And we've just unleashed this over our... Yeah, there go the nobles. Wow. We barely took out anything. We got a Marauder, noble. I'd like to take out one of those strategic... Those are strategic bombers. Oh, we took out the Vow. That's good. We'll take out the strategic bombers. That hurt. 2 nobles dead. Oh my goodness. We needed more anti-tank guns in this fight. Yeah, it was these dire wolves. Woo! Oh boy. And we're not taking those spaceships. Oh, and that's an elite. That's an elite Archangel. That is a very deadly ship. Well, guess what I'm glad I now have control of? The space fleet. All right, first of all, you get into space. You entire Byzantium Secundus force. Let's go to Aragon, shall we? Toot sweet. And everybody here, I mean, I've got 2 frigates, but look at this. I mean, I could bring in, no, I don't have 2 frigates. I have to bring my cruiser. I'll throw my cruiser. That could probably win. Let's see here. So my Imperialis is a 544 close space, right? I'm sorry, that's the assault lander. The Imperialis cruiser, 443 direct space, 757 close space, armor 42. Right. That elite. And that's some high-tech stuff in there. We found like a rogue muster mercenary unit looking to take over the planet. Dire wolves. Like those beasts. 114 armor. That Archangel, that agility of 9 is hard to hit and really hits quickly with those 948 space. Yeah, if I move my cruiser in. I've got 2 options in space right now because those fighters are going to come up and start tearing me up. Of course, if I got a big force in space, I might stay hidden. So I could jump all of these to either Byzantium Secundus or Sutek. I probably will jump to Sutek in order to ensure that that fighter wouldn't attack them. They could only attack the guard, or I could leave both and let them attack these and bring the cruiser on in to help defend. But I think I'm going to jump all of them to Sutek. Wow, we just lost a massive stack. That was painful. That was painful. Pouring some more along Byzantium Secundus. These are all the troops we now have from taking over the fleet. I just did a normal attack. You're right, JW. Classic ruin surprise, says GBM. You're right. If I had assaulted, I would have won that one. You're absolutely right. That's when you should have assaulted. Got power legions here. I just need to build a transport in order to move them. Got marauders. Marauders are basically crazy boarding space fight. They can fight in space. So I'm going to put them up over the planet. Alright. So I got all these troops here. I can buy from this Agora now. All kinds of stuff in there. And I got metal and everything. Got a fort here. I can build more infantry. But right now, what you see the space fleet, Imperial fleet doesn't have is a spaceport on Byzantium Secundus. So right now, I can build landers to take them on out of here. And I could build a transport here. I have enough metal. Tempted to build a naval transport here, and then I can start ferrying these troops to the mainland for when I do go to war. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. All right, so in this factory, we will build naval transport. Take off my metal, but we'll build it. And we'll start censuring everybody until we have those transports ready to go. But to be honest, why don't we send one of our armored legions around to scout? Because you know me, war on fog of war. All right. Sentry. Sentry. Explore. Explore. Oops, I've already explored down there with my submarine. So, sentry all of you. Sentry all of you. All right. This is my Sutek force. So let's go advance on the Ceram steel.
Unit spotted.
Should be able to take the... Oh, there's that PTS gun. And that's a nice little force in there now. He must have brought troops out from everywhere to make that the choke point. I might bring along those wounded militia and know that I'm sacrificing them just to protect my noble. You can tell I'm playing Hazat. Oh, hey, I forgot I got a tank killer. All right, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. How is my cruiser health-wise now? Did it heal a lot? That PTS gun. I wonder if I can shoot the PTS gun directly. Doesn't have anyone with it. It might be pretty vulnerable right now. Oh! Ah! Dang it. We should have... Oh, well. Well, it's dead. All right. It's a good troop. Got some armor. Got some protection for my noble. Let's do it. Normal. Yeah, I didn't want to assault this. He's got a bunch of that artillery. They got in their first hits on me, and I should tear through them pretty quickly from here on. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that new tank killer I just built got wiped out by their anti-tank guns. I didn't think I was going to lose that. All right. Noble, go capture the artillery. Let's send a medium tank to do a bit more scouting. Oh man, is it really empty? What do you think? Is it really empty? Am I about to send 2 units on in and get horribly surprised? Nope. It was actually empty. Yeah, they emptied out all their other fiefs. All their other rebel cities pretty much to come make that choke point. So we lost our lovely... Oh hey, we got enough now for an engineer. Uh-oh. We need to build that engineer too because we are starting to have a deficit on food. We're eating... Oh no. No, we're not. Oh, galaxy-wide. We're eating 100 and harvesting 71. So we need to build an engineer quickly. Might want to let some more troops die. Oh no, it's going to take 100 of our food. All right, next turn we have to do a very quick food run here. I wish I brought food in that whole stack I brought out of here. Yep. Where is a good place for food? What am I seeing? Probably right up there. 52 food. Yeah, that's 65 down there. Come out of the Ceram Steel. It's 80. Whoa. All right, Ceram Steel. Build an engineer. We've got to do a food run next turn or else let some people die. Might need to disband some units next turn. Let's double check that. So we're 29. We're eating 29 more than we're harvesting. So we're good for one more turn. We should be all right. We should be able to bring food here in time. It's not going to build any more units. Yep. Want to get rid of that bioplant. Eating too much food. Need an engineer to raise that bioplant. Not doing me any good whatsoever. I'm not even getting tax money off it right now. You never know where a stack of partisans might be hiding. That's exactly right, EVM. That was my fear on the starport. If you get fleet transports over Byzantium Sundays, you take those ruins with the marauders. Good call. Good call, JW. Yeah, using those marauders on when you can get those marauders from the Imperial fleet into combat, it's a big help. But you have to build an Imperial fleet carrier to do it. But it's pretty cool when you do. I'm going to move these troops forward to the Ceram Steel to heal in the Ceram Steel. Got a lot of folks healing in the Ceram Steel now. You two will sit in the starport. You're going to sit here. I should probably get some of those. I should probably put some of the militia back in the other cities to garrison them. Going to do more food here. Doesn't do me any good on Sutek, but we're looking for food now. 35 food, that's probably my best. It still reached the exotic. Remember, I need to be within 2 hexes of that. So we'll build this farm here. Build city farm, 35 food and 10 exotic. We'll take it. And we'll build a militia here. Alrighty. Alright, gonna move you up there. So I remember there's a ruin there I'm gonna attack someday. Gonna get another farm up here. 72, that's pretty nice. 73, 74, wow. Here. 75. Do I want to wait one more turn? Get a max. Tempted to. Only one difference. I could build a city right now. Let's build a city right now. Let's get that production underway. Because look, we're about to transport as much food off of this planet over to Sutek as we possibly can. Sutek's about to starve. Build that farm. We're going to skip on building build a militia right now. I'll show you another neat new feature of the game. Not that incredibly new, but it is newish. Road. Okay. So right now, you see we need 100 metal for an engineer. We currently are looking at 98. Right. Let's see. So I will build an engineer in my lab. Build. It says I don't have enough, right? But watch when I do this. I can buy it for 128 Firebirds. Yes, thank you, League. Okay. All right. You got to get some troops moving. Because we got 2 mines that are about to be in a lot of trouble. You move in. I already know they're in the fort. We want to build a medium tank in here. How much is it going to cost me? 560 Firebirds for the metals. Let's do that. All right. Thank goodness there is metal in there. All right. We got 2 at-risk places here. Build militia. And build a militia. Okay. You're probably going to get killed, but I'm hoping you'll slow down those guys. So where they're going to go. Alright, Valhalla! space. Bring me back down to my arboreum. That's going to be a lot of food in there next turn. Only 161 food. And we're going to load that up next turn to take it to Suka. All right, we not going to build that. You're not going to take that engineer down to where those wolfhounds can come after. It's going to build roads up this way and get out of the danger zone. So if I'd been thinking, I would have bulldozed these roads so I couldn't get straight to my mine. Dang it. That's why we put in raised roads so you could do that. Not used to the raised road feature yet. Don't end my turn yet. 49 metal. Got a lot of food now. I can build infantry here. Let's start building infantry. Building infantry. Alright. Utech's gonna be trouble. I want to build any more units right now. Taking that mine is gonna cost me more food. I gotta get that food quickly from Aragon. Now I'm gonna keep boosting my unit pay. I need morale, especially if folks are gonna start starving. Need more morale. Alright. Alright. Diplomacy. Now that we're powerful, let's threaten someone. Alvarez. Well, we'll threaten you. Let's make a deal. Give me votes at the next election. Okay. I'll give you a minister if I'm elected. Stigmatic garrison. Give you technology. Pharmaceuticals. And I'll give you money. Give you 1,000. 1,747. Okay, 1,147. Yeah, alright, let's try that.
Message sent.
Okay. We'll end the turn. Let's see what's happening. See, we're getting more viewers tuning in. Happy 4X Fest, everyone. Good to have you. Yay! Electron microscopes researched. Ceram steel, cyclotron, nanotechnology, mass hysteria. Still all these cool units. Really tempted to go for special forces. Well, it might be time to start going for some theurgy too. The religious, you can't discount the religious route, especially if you start getting some relics. We'll wait until we actually get some relics. Ruins are being a pain in this game. Well, ceram steel. We need ceram steel for the spaceship, so start researching ceram steel. Yep, you will also research ceram steel. Yes, I know my nobles got killed. Reject the term. No votes from Alvarez. Yes, I know I'm missing resource stuff. Built a lot of good things, though. Ah, diplomatic request from the Al-Malik. The hospitals. You're going to need the hospitals. You're top on my list, so sure. Maybe you'll build a hospital that I can conquer. I'll take your money, because I don't want you to have your money. I want you to build units. All right, so we've got these marauders in space. That's nice. We've still got our stigmatic garrison. Wow, what is House Hawkwood doing over here? Interesting. We're not seeing symbiotes, so that's good. You are on your way to reinforce that, so let's go. Rebels have a dreadnought over Severus. Holy cow, they've got an elite. This is why you need to take care of those ruins. The Ducados activated a ruins on their own planet, did not capture the spaceship. There is an elite dreadnought over Severus. That's going to be painful for the Ducados. All right. I'm switching our new foe from... Remember I said I was going to take out the Al-Malik? I planned the Ducados to be my allies, but they are going to be hurting, and I think I'm going to use the fleet to eventually take out that dreadnought and then conquer that planet. That's fascinating. That is fascinating. All right. I'm going to do something interesting. I'm going to move my Hazat Imperialis frigate icon. Okay. And then I'm going to move one of the Imperial. Look at that Vow fleet. Holy cow! Dreadnought, cruiser, destroyer, corsair, interceptor. Yeah, that's a heck of a fleet. Let's hope that they're not mad at my little guy for walking in there. All right, we got this dreadnought here. So yeah, this fleet I was converging on Criticorum. I'm going to take the Malignatius. Yep. So you're going to stay right there. And you are going to join it. Nice. Okay, Sutek. We know we took out the PTS gun. We're going to wait. We're going to wait on what we do with all these as well. Oh, they got afraid. That little fighter did not leave because I've got this big stack. So we're going to come back to this stack in a minute. Keep moving around my boaty boat, my submarine. Got this infantry here. We're going to sentry. We need to get more metal onto. Buy metal. We got a lot of money. Yeah, let's do this. Go to that Agora, trade, metal. Let's buy it all. Purchase. Get it out of the way of things. And now we can continue to build infantry in my fort. See, one of the risks when you go to war in Byzantium Secundus is there are all sorts of cool units. Remember, we explored that Grimsons over there, Power Legions here, and with Shock Legion. So you need to be prepared. More infantry to soak up some more damage. Keep my Warlock alive. That Warlock is lovely, but Warlocks can get killed by a bullet in the head. Okay. So, I'm almost don't want to take that mine this turn because I'm going to have to feed it. Look, I'm at 13. Oh, I did better with the food than I thought. So, let's make sure we got food coming.
Unit spotted.
Anti-tank gun and a AA gun. Back to y'all. Move that artillery into the starport to heal. Yeah, I think we're going to keep taking these things because don't we have that bulk collar coming my way? Let's do that bulk collar real quick, just so I'm sure I did. You got 232 food. We're going to put it all on that bulk collar. Exit, shoot that bulk collar up into space. Take it to Sutek. And yes, if it's in space, your folks can eat it too. We consider you shooting down packets of food down to people on the ground. Something like that. I don't know. If you have it in the system, your people can be fed. Not going to worry about those internal lines of moving food from city to city. We're not going to do that. That just sounds burdensome as opposed to fun like this rush to stave off starvation. All right, so what is going on with that ruin down here? What happened to those wolfhounds? I know I'm risking my... Wolfhounds aren't invisible. They don't have high stealth. My AA should be seeing them. Got militia. One of you should be seeing it. Nope, they're still there. How are they invisible? Come on. This is freaking wolfhounds. I need to move my force back from Sutek is what I need to do. Yeah. I need to build that force I was doing over there. All right, let's just keep thinking we're building a farm because we want that exotica. Oh no! We'd have to tear down the well and put it out at sea. You can build at sea. One of the options is to raise this well. If I got the naval transports, which I do have, I could build my well out at sea. And then I could build, because right now, I can't build here in order to take advantage of the riverbed and the exotica. There's lots of good food over there, but I also want the exotica. So, what I'm going to do, take one of my transports, move it on up here really quickly. I'm going to take my engineer, go back to the well, and raise it. Actually, I should be building another engineer first. Yeah, because I'm going to have to raise it, move it out, and then I won't have anywhere on here to build a... engineer. I'd have to transport it in from there, but I could do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's raise the city. Yep, we're doing it. So we won't get any energy creation. We got plenty of energy in stock right now, so not worrying about it. All right, over here. We're talking about wanting a chemical plant, right? Ooh, the Imperial Life troops are on the move. What if they're going after the ruins? Might be. All right, we wanted a chemical plant. We know that. Let's put it on over here next to the electronics factory. Orders, build city. Chemicals. Build, yes. And build a militia in the city. Yes. Keep building up this stack of infantry over here, shall we? Maybe another electronics plant? Sure. Or I could build road over here. I don't know. While those wolfhounds are around, I'm afraid to do stuff out here. So let's build electronics. Build city. Electronics. Build. Yes. Build. Militia. Build. Okay. I'm going to leave that infantry together. They're both, well, no, let's move you into the mine. Give it some extra defense. Yep, leave you both in there for now. All right. I was pretty afraid of the wolfhound here, but not. They're staying in the city. Build a bunch of roads. Whatever. Build roads. That's what Base Game Junkie was doing today. All right, so we're going to want to pick up a lot of this force. Right now, it's going to go into combat. Go up to the mine. And this time, just for you, JW, we are assaulting. Yeah, look at that. No problem. Random camo factor. Yeah, I guess the ruins does give some hiding bonus, JW, you're right. But what is there? Let's go back. Let's take a look at their stats, because they're a powerful unit. I mean, they are later game high-tech stuff. Ruins does give you some bonuses for that kind of stuff. Camo 5, no, I should have seen them, but I guess there is a Ruins hiding bonus. Hidey hole bonus. Okay, all of you all are healing. I should spread out these militias. Let's put a militia in the bioplant. Let's put another militia in the factory. Two in the Ram Steel. This one in the Starport. Some healing going. You are still exploring around. We could take the factory. What are we seeing in there? Just some JW. I might do that assault for you. Again, we're going to find a stack of partisans. No, they really had to have cleaned out everything. All right, doing that assault. Yep, just militia. All right. So I think we've cleaned out the rebels on Sutek now. So what I do want to do, all these troops are outside of the cities, is pick up all these troops, take them back to Aragon. Wait. I'm dealing... No, I need to start taking them to Veracruz. Because I've got this force. Doi to doi to doi. There's a reason. Watch, I'm going to kill my fighter, though, with this attack, aren't I? Wow. A dreadnought and 2 cruisers, and that's all they're doing. Well, they took out those. You have enough movement? Nobody's got enough movement yet. Alright, so anyway, took out that wolfhound. Doi. And explore the ruins this turn. You gotta get it next turn. Okay. Gonna go after Veracruz, or am I going back to Aragon? I'm going after Veracruz. I'm going after Veracruz. Or am I taking that big force over to Severus? It's gonna take me a while to get the force to Severus. I need some better troops to Severus. Let's let that rebel dreadnought bombard them some more. I'm going to see if I can take Veracruz. Some good cities here. All right. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. We got my noble down here. Wolf and Smiter. I'm going to drop an assault lander. Actually, I'll drop 2 assault landers. On these, I will load up artillery, anti-tank gun, anti-tank gun, whoops, an anti-tank gun, and an artillery. And I'm going to shoot you up into space and over to Veracruz on my cruiser. I still got the freighter up in space, so let's drop it down right here. Yep. We'll risk the damage. Ooh, that hurt. Take the Smiter and the Wolfen. Put it up. You can see I'm being a little more careful with my nobles now. I've lost 2/5 of my noble contingent. I wouldn't recommend assault against regular rebel units unless you have noble plus artillery and you're wanting to kill them in the indirect phase. Says JW. Good call. Good call. Alright. We'll keep a scout frigate over there. These troops are just sitting there in case the that fighter that we saw, the royal fighter, shows up. Not ending our turn just yet. Diplomacy. Alright, so now we know we're going after Nikolai. So we're not... Might as well keep Celestia. Celestia's been a buddy. Give me an alliance with you, and I'll give you a planet map, Byzantium Secundus. I'll give you technology, pharmaceuticals, and I'll give you money. I got some money. 1,014.
Message sent.
Okay. So we have votes from Alvarex. Well, actually, now that we're not going after Hakim, give me votes at the next election. Okay. And I'll give you a planet map, Byzantium Secundus. Give you technology, pharmaceuticals. Give you Ministry if I'm elected Imperial Line. Okay, that looks good. Alright, so I think we're going to build an engineer on Aragon. Is that what we said? Yeah, we still got 100 medals there. Where do we want that engineer? Probably by... Yeah, let's build an engineer in the shield, shall we? Engineer, build. Alright, how are we looking on Sutek? We now have 245 food over the city. We're still eating a lot more. We're eating 33 more than we're harvesting. We got food overhead, so we'll be okay for now. We do need to ferry more. What are we doing? We have spaceships up here. Yeah, we moved all those spaceships. All right, that's been a good game. An hour and a half. Hope you've all been enjoying it this 4X day. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take a rest now. Been 90 minutes of 4X Fest celebration. I hope you're finding some great games to play. especially Emperor of the Fading Suns. And the Discord's an awesome community. Feel free to join it. There's lots of videos now from all sorts of live streamers showing off how to play the game. Like I said, Space Game Junkie just played today, Imperialis, Dust Tactic, Battle Mode, Legio Necrus, number of others, including non-English speaking ones, so we love all of them. They're doing a good job showing off the game. And thanks to all of you for tuning in. That was a fun stream, even though I did lose 2/5 of my noble contingent. So thanks to all of you. And I will probably stream again on Sunday. It'll still be 4X Fest, so I'll do another 4X Fest celebration. All right, everybody. Much fun. Thank you for joining us.